All right. We are going to get started. Here we go. Let's do this thing. How you guys doing? Let me know, how's the sound volume? What's up with my hair? I might just throw a hat on. Let's see. Volume's okay, guys? 5x5. Good, good, good. Alright, we've got Siren is here. Create Craft holding down the fort as always. We got JR13, he's back. Brandon Buttry, he decided to show up. Silver Bushman, what's going on? UFOs no joke. Mike Pallet. How you doing, Mike? And we got, oh, Samulak. We got Big Dogs 29. What's going on, Big Dogs? Underdog. But I see your face in two places. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. We're all over the place. We got multiple. I'm here and down there. I could turn that one off. Now look what you got me doing here. Create Craft. I could turn that upper one off. I don't even remember. Oh, wait a minute. Here. That one. Hang on. It's going to switch over. Alright. There we go. I was in the auction screen. I was in the auction screen. What a silly goose. Alyssa's here. Jonathan Mortimer, what's going on? New friend into the Discord. How you doing, Jonathan? So let me actually move this window up. So, Ruanes, I was in your neck of the woods over the weekend. I was running through your town. I went to the D&H Trail and tried to run. I could only do 6 miles, and then my leg was freaking killing me. Some of you that have been following me on Instagram, you know that I've been training for a marathon. I've got the Philadelphia Marathon coming up in 11 days. And my knee has not been cooperating, which is kind of hard to do, to run a long distance with a old man leg. So yeah, I was up there by you guys. I parked over at Castleton, and I went running. And then I was running near your town. I was like, oh, I could maybe send them a note on Discord. But then my knee was killing me. Oh, 30 seconds from you guys. I was there. Oh, hey, oh, good thing I got pants on. My kid busted my tripod, so now I'm using this other tripod in the meantime. How far is that trail? It goes, like, in through different states, doesn't it? 877 cash now! I gotta move this down, or I gotta move my text box over. There, that's a little bit better. Let's do that. Let's move this over. And then that way I'm not like bobbing and weaving between. Let's go like this, like this. There we go. Don't forget to tape your nipples. I don't get that chafing that other individuals do. I don't get that. Luckily. I did buy those, I don't know what the hell you call them. But I did buy the things to prevent it, just in case, but I don't really have, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. But, might be freaking cold, real cold. Might be, 40 degrees, 38 degrees. I was looking at past Philadelphia marathons. It was like 38 degrees and the wind is like blowing like crazy. I might sell some gold tonight, JG. This isn't an auction, buddy. Every other week. We might do some pre-sales of gold. I actually looked up some stuff, and we'll probably do some pre-sales later on. 2-bit, I was thinking, you know what I will do, 2-bit? I will run as far as I can, and then when I see one of the people in the wheelchair and my leg is bothering me, I'll just grab one of them and chuck them out of the chair and then continue the rest of the way. I think that's going to be the plan. That's the plan. But JG, end of the stream tonight, we will do some pre-sale of gold. I just bought a gold Ducat. Yeah, what's nice about the Ducat Dunk is that they are wafa thin. They're pretty big coins. They're pretty big. And they're like really, really thin. Nice, Create Craft. Yeah, I sell the Dosi Media pesos. I might sell some pesos tonight. If I see Bearded Wonder on here asking for pesos of Dos, we might do it. But what I do want to look at, check this out, guys. Let's have a little chit chat, shall we? Of this. Let's go to display my screen here. Let Ethereum pass by. All right, so gold, $2,573. So we are now, for the last couple of days below 2,600. Silver, getting close to 30. I personally would love to see sub 30. Platinum, who gives a crap? I don't care. No thanks, Empire Precious Metals. Awesome website. Platinum, I don't care. I saw somebody in here was asking, hey, do you sell platinum? And I don't. Music for discussion? What do you mean music for discussion? The music is... What are you saying, music for discussion? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. Bitcoin broke 92,000 today. Now we're at 89. And Ethereum I don't care about anymore. I have to figure out eventually how to get it off my ticker, but whatever. What is the music too loud? I could turn it down. But what I want to talk about though a little bit here is gold. So it's going to be interesting to see where gold ends up for the highs for metals are in for the year. You think so? Crypto is bonkers, says Hammy. Well, let's focus, friends. Let's focus one at a time. We'll go gold, then silver, and then we will discuss Bitcoin. All right, so gold, 25.73. I will agree with Dunk that that the highs are definitely done, because we were at like 2,800. Just over 2,800 a couple of times, and you saw how long it took us to get there. It would take, because we're now approaching mid-November, it will take a bunch of time to get back to $2,800. So that being said, what's up, Herbash? That being said, I will agree with Underdunk. I don't see gold going back up to $2,800 this year. I don't know, though, right? I don't have a crystal ball, and I don't really make predictions, but if I was forced into a corner and I had to tell you what I thought in terms of where I thought gold would be, I'll say 26-25 range. That's what I'm thinking. 26-25. Would I like gold to drop? Yes, I would. I would like to see gold drop as low as possible. The majority of us in this chat right now, I would say that the majority of us are not quite either of the age yet where we are approaching retirement and maybe would be using some gold as extra income to sell off in dribs and drabs during retirement. I know some of you will probably be keeping your gold for forever and pass it down generation to generation. What's up, Crow Rivers? For me, in terms of being a dealer, buying and selling gold has been a lot trickier this year, especially the last 6 months. Those of you that are in the auctions week in and week out, you could also see the shift in people's purchasing patterns. And the problem that I faced, and I've said this before, is that I'm selling once a week. Well, now we're doing twice a week just because of time constraints. But selling once a week as a dealer is very, very hard. Think about if you guys were day traders and having only a 2-hour window in which you can sell anything. But over the entire week, prices are going up and down. And so it's important as a dealer, you know, to definitely be like dealing on a daily basis. So, you know, when Andrew and I, the nice thing about Andrew and my podcast is that we have two very different models. I'm more of a social media seller and dealer. He's doing business to business. I'm doing retail to customers. But he's dealing on a daily basis. So he has the benefit of, you know, whatever the spot price is, if it's, you know, $2,600 for gold, you know, somebody comes in, they're going to sell him 10 ounces of gold. He could buy it off of them for, you know, 75 under spot, and then lock in with his wholesaler at 25 under spot, right? So he'll make that like $50 change or profit in that spread times the 10 ounces, right? So you got $500 profit. So, but he's in and out daily. So for me, dealing, you know, in gold and silver every other week, that's very challenging, which is why I said to 877 Cash Now earlier that we will do some pre-sales of gold. I looked at findbullionprices.com, and I will be the cheapest one on there, just so you guys know, which is nice for you guys. So be ready. We'll do that probably in about a half hour, 45 minutes. So gold, am I a buyer? I'm definitely more of a buyer now that gold is dropping. I was planning on not really stacking much gold now. If anything, just like 10th ounce coins, just to keep getting some gold in, and just for like that collector's perspective, because all of us to some degree are collectors. I don't want to be spending as much though as I have been in the past on 1 ounce pieces. Obviously, for those of you, I mean, all of you in here are seasoned stackers. I don't really see anybody new, but you obviously will make more money by buying gold in the 1 ounce weights. If you're buying gold in the 10th ounce increments, the issue obviously is that you're paying a higher premium. Would you buy pre-33 quarter eagles? So yes, however, make sure you're buying slabbed pre-33. I'll explain why. Let me show you. Let me just move this out of the way. So here's the deal with pre-33 gold, and I do recommend you guys do get some pre-33 for a long period of time, and then we'll talk about silver. Let me just write this down, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. And I would love to hear some of your guys' ideas on this stuff. And then I'm going to talk about highs to this. All right, and I have something else interesting I want to get your guys' opinions on. All right, so pre-33. Here is the thing, and if you guys are interested in pre-33 gold tonight too, I could probably help some of you out. The other thing too, those of you that are interested in buying gold tonight, the only way that it would work is if we all buy a little bit, or a handful of you, because the shipping costs me quite a bit from the wholesaler, and so it doesn't make sense if one person wants to buy gold, then it won't really work. Because I have to spend a minimum of $10,000 to get free shipping. I'm not saying we have to spend $10,000, but if one person's like, yeah, I want a 10th ounce gold eagle, and it's only the one person, it doesn't make any sense. So, pre-33 gold. I own a decent amount of pre-33. I have more down here, but there's only so much I can hold. It's all slabbed and graded. For a long period of time, I was just buying And they're all high grades. They're all MS64s and higher. In fact, I think all of them are MS64s except for one, which is, I think, yeah, my St. Gaudens is an MS65. Well, it's not going to really focus because it's being a punk. But so, to answer your question, yes, buy pre-33 gold. But I would recommend that you always buy... What's up, big dogs? You always buy slabbed and graded. You're going to get a better deal buying the pre-33 gold raw, but take it from me, who has been dealing in silver and gold for 5 years now. Selling pre-33 gold when it's raw, you are going to get screwed. You're also going to have a very difficult time selling the pre-33 gold to another person who's going to want to give you the red book value. And the reason being is that you're leaving grading open to interpretation, and you do not want any question. When it comes to selling pre-33 gold, if it's an MS64, there's no question about it. It's been verified, it's got the grade, and you just look up the value in the gray sheet or in the red book, and that's the value. There's no guesswork. And I couldn't agree more. This is something that Andrew was talking to me about too. He was like, always slabbed, always slabbed. Thank you very much, Brass Junkie, and thank you very much, Herb Ash, for the super chats. Much appreciated. So, buy pre-33 gold. In terms of what grade you should start at, well, that all depends again on your budget and what you are able to spend. What I've been able to do, and I've done this with a lot of you guys, it's been beneficial for some of you and it's been beneficial for me. There were some instances where I had MS62s or an MS61, and I was able to sell those coins for profit to people within the chat here who wanted to buy pre-33 gold and start their collection. And then I just took that money with the profit and just roll that into a higher grade. So that's the other thing that you guys can do. I meant I'm in for a 10th ounce pre-33 gold. Oh, big dogs. Okay, so, well, doesn't really go 10th ounce. It doesn't really go like that for pre-33 gold. Or you're in for 10th ounce and pre-33 gold. Either way, it's good to know that you're in, and we will get you some gold, no problem. So that's the other thing too, what's nice about pre-33 gold is that you can always upgrade it. You could sell it for a profit. Obviously, you have to buy low and sell high for that to happen. If gold prices drop, you know, you obviously then, just like any other numismatic coin, you start to run the risk of losing some value. But that's the other thing too. Slabbed and graded. What's up, Silver Stallion? Slabbed and graded, it's numismatic. So you have a little bit more value in those. When the gold prices drop, raw pre-33 drops also. When it's slabbed and graded, the prices hold a little bit more. So, yes, pre-33 gold, I recommend it. I recommend only buying slabbed and graded. And some of you I've also seen get excited, like you've posted in the Discord, you've posted pictures of your pre-33 gold raw coins, like, look what I just got. And yes, it's good, you got gold, and yes, you got it for a good price, but just know when you go to sell it, unless gold has gone up significantly, you're gonna have a little bit more of a difficult time. You're gonna be offered below melt, most likely, when it comes to pre-33. As far as grades, though, I would stay above, like, AU. I would stay above MS62 if you can. MS62 and higher, that's what I would recommend that you do, okay? I hope that answers your question. Also know that some coins, like the Incuse Indian, this coin here, very high premium. This is the $2.50 one. Also the $10 Indian, this one also has a pretty decent Premium. It's actually Liberty with the headdress, but yeah, so the Incuse Indians, very expensive. I also happen to have this one, which is a $1. This one actually is the lowest grade I've got, MS63. I tried to get essentially an entire set of the Liberty heads from $1 all the way up to the $20 size. So that's that. All right, gold, says Sorcerer Stan. All right, so that's our chat on gold. So I'm a buyer on gold. I might start stacking 1 ounce gold eagles again. We'll see. That's the other thing too. Those of you that are stacking gold, if you are in the market for either gold buffaloes or gold eagles, some of you may have noticed over the last couple of years, we saw the prices of gold buffaloes and eagles level out. It always used to be that the gold buffaloes had about a $50 to $75 higher premium on them than gold eagles. And once that premium started to come down, and then essentially they were about the same price, to me it was a no-brainer. I ended up selling all of my gold eagles except for one. So I had 13, so I sold 12 of them and converted those all into gold buffaloes, and then finished a tube. For me, I like the fact that the gold buffaloes are pure. I like the design better. They're, to me, a prettier coin. Star Stacker, no auction tonight. This is a stream. We will do some gold pre-sales though towards the end. So there's that. Now silver. Let's take another look again. Silver. We're at $30.35. Now I saw Underdunk earlier here in the chat. He said that he thinks silver will go down to 28. I would be so delighted if we saw silver drop down to 28. As a dealer, again, selling silver when spot is at, $33, and then the premium on top of gold, on top of silver, you got like $5-6, so you're talking like $40 cost of a coin. And then flowing hair. 1 second. Apmex. All right, I'll talk to you about the Apmex bullshit too in a little bit. So I saw Herb's comment there. So as a dealer, especially to you guys, if my cost on a silver coin is like $39, and that's my cost, it's going to be very, very challenging to sell anything at a profit. So would I like to see silver drop down to 28? Yes, I would love to see silver down to 25. I don't see that ever happening. $28 to me seems a little aggressive and hopeful, but Underdunk, I hope you are correct. Now also Bitcoin, and this is all leading to something I want to talk to you guys about while we're talking about these prices, okay? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, I know some of you don't give a rat's behind. Since we've been on this chat, it's broken 90 again. So it was at 88 and change just about 10 minutes ago, and now we're back up another $2,000. Bitcoin was at 92,000 and change earlier today. Maybe it was even at 93,000. I forget. Those of you that do not dabble in cryptocurrency, I'm not a financial advisor. I never claimed to be a financial advisor. I could only tell you what it is that I have been doing. I am not somebody that holds a ton of Bitcoin. I certainly wish that I did, and I'm sure many of you also wish that you had the hindsight to have been purchasing Bitcoin all along. About 4 years ago, when Bitcoin was at around $19,000, I had purchased some. I've purchased around, I would say, about $4,000, $5,000 worth. Not a ton. At around $19,000 and a little bit more, right around $23,000. So my cost basis was around 22 grand. Bitcoin then went shooting up, went to around $65,000, $66,000 over the course of that year. And 93,480 on Coinbase, says Samuelak. Let me go look at that. Heyo. So it's almost at 94 grand. Let's take a little look-see. No, I'm showing 90,053, Pally. I'm showing 90,000. What's up, Manuel? So when it got up to 66,000, I remember that's when everything was going crazy with Elon Musk and Doge, and anytime Elon Musk said something, the prices of cryptocurrency would either tank or go up or whatever. And then I was having a phone call with Yankee Stacking, and he was saying, yeah, it's like roulette and you're gonna get screwed. And meanwhile, I was watching the price of Bitcoin drop down towards 55,000. That's when I sold. That was earlier. Gotcha. So it broke 93K. So I sold the Bitcoin. I more than doubled my money. I liquidated my positions across a lot of different assets, and then I bought my new car. But then I started buying again when Bitcoin was at around 43. And I've been buying a little bit here and there. My average right now, my cost average is like around 55,000. So with Bitcoin right at around 90,000, I'm still in the positive, and I'm in a good position where I feel like even if Bitcoin dropped down to 60, and it wasn't too long ago that it was at 60 grand, I would buy some. If it dropped below 55, I would buy some. A dollar cost average. Those of you that don't own any cryptocurrency because you're afraid of it or you think that it's too volatile, well, definitely, yes, it's very volatile. That's a couple people that I work with. Anytime Bitcoin would drop and you would see swings upwards of $6,000, $8,000 in a day, they would panic and they would say, Matt, should I sell? And I'm like, dude, just hold it. Don't panic. What are you're gonna make $100 by selling it? Just hold on to it. You can't look at it. And you look at the prices of Bitcoin over the last 4 or 5 years, you've had some tremendous peaks and tremendously low valleys. So if you're the type of person that panics, and I used to always be that type of person, always, and I've told some of you my biggest mistake ever was owning 75 shares of Apple at $44 back in the 2005. Yeah, 2005. $3,750 was my total investment, $3,750. Had I have not have touched that at all with all the stock splits, it would be worth over $960,000 today. The lesson that I learned, a hard one at that, was to just set it and forget it and don't worry about it. And if you lose that money, you shouldn't have been investing it in the first place. So I think you should be buying some Bitcoin. I think you should own it. I think you should hold it, set it and forget it. Do a little bit here and there, $50 this week, $100 next week. But just like stacking, as long as you're constantly putting money in, you should be doing okay. Now, the other thing too that is causing this big bull run on Bitcoin is that because President-elect Donald Trump is a big fan of Bitcoin, and it was also announced that he would like to start a reserve, a federal reserve of Bitcoin, which I actually think is a good idea. Go figure that me, a Democrat, would agree with a policy that Donald Trump is actually suggesting. So, I think, too, you see a lot of companies buying it. The other thing, too, with Bitcoin is that there's only going to ever be 21 million, so the supply is finite. And it's also got a lot of mainstream buy-in now. It's no longer this kind of obscure fringe thing. People are buying it heavily. And every time you see, and this is leading me to the question that I have for you guys, every time you see these bull markets and a lot of press coverage in the media about Bitcoin and also the prices of metals, you start to see people who have the fear of missing out, and they start buying metals, they start buying Bitcoin, which leads me to this. Most recently, I've had friends, and I'm curious if you guys have had this happen to you too. Over the last week, I've had friends and family approach me and ask me when they should sell their gold or buy gold. Should they buy Bitcoin? How much Bitcoin should they buy? And I hate to be the person that says I told you so, but I effing told you so. I've told these people, friends and family of mine, I've had this YouTube channel for 5.5 years, that you should be buying gold. You should be buying silver. Definitely stacking gold. 5.5 years. And before I even had the channel, I've been telling people to stack gold. And then in 2000, I was saying to my friends, you should get some Bitcoin. So now I'm having more people coming out of the woodwork just asking me all these questions. And I'm like, yeah, so now you're buying at all-time highs. And so I have to tell them, just remember, it's volatile. You're gonna see some drops, and I don't want you do the Trump shimmy. YMCA. There you go. There's the Trump shimmy. Doesn't he do this? So, let me ask you. What's up, Manuel Diaz? Not Bitcoin Cash, just Bitcoin. Let me ask you guys this now. How many? I like to buy 5,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin on dips. Yeah, it's good, buddy. I would say that you guys should also not invest any money into cryptocurrencies that you don't understand. I have friends that are so into cryptocurrencies, and they're like, oh, you should buy, and they give me some random name of stuff. You should buy this because it's going to have this application. You're going to be able to do this, that, this, and the other. And I don't know what you're saying. I'm just going to invest in Bitcoin. That's it. I'll put money in Bitcoin. I used to have some Ethereum because that was like for the people that kind of missed the boat a little bit on Bitcoin. So I had some Ethereum, and then I sold that, doubled my money on that. I had that around 1,300, and I sold it around 2,300. You're not priced out of Bitcoin, Manuel. You can buy things as low as a Satoshi. A Satoshi is 18 decimals out. You could spend little amounts, Manuel. You don't have to buy entire Bitcoin. I don't own entire Bitcoins. I have friends that do. Many. They have several. But you can buy fractional, Manuel. You could put in $50, $100. You're not priced out. You've done some decent gold purchases with me before. Dude, you could do some damage. You could definitely buy some. So yeah. You can buy fractional, just like Create said. Never sell the gold, says Star. So how many of you have had friends or family ask you about stacking more recently and or about cryptocurrency? Now, some of you might not have had Bitcoin, or sorry, some of you may not have told people about your stacking, so maybe they're not asking you. Oh, so Big Dog says, my kid's into Bitcoin big time. He berates me holding metals and poo-poos metals to his credit. He's up 200,000 from a 4,000 investment about 2 years ago, but he can lose it. Yes, he can by a click of a mouse. This is true, Big Dogs. This is true. I'll drop a few thousand into it and see where it goes. Manuel, also just always hold a little cash on the side just in case to buy the dips, right? And Underdunk, he'll probably have a little bit of a better strategy, but I would say, so a friend of mine just recently said, dude, how much should I put in? And he's like, I think I only have like $1,000. Should I buy some gold with it? Bitcoin, some stocks? I'm like, everything's expensive right now. $1,000 is going to be a drop in the bucket. You're not going to be able to buy much of anything. So I told him, if anything, you're going to start with $5,000 and you want to spread that across all of those different things. Gold, silver, some blue chip stocks, and some Bitcoin. And he's like, well, I can't really do 5K right now. He's like, I could do around 1,500, and he went straight into Bitcoin. And I said, all right, well, look, you already bought it. Fine, is what it is. Just know if it drops by 10,000 bucks next week, you're gonna want to put in another 1,000 to dollar cost average that down. My church asked me to do an overview of how money has changed throughout history. 3D Woodwork says that's cool. And Dunk, yes, put whatever you can afford to lose. Always keep cash. That's the Federal Reserve notes. So Manuel, if you're gonna put some money into Bitcoin, I recommend using Coinbase. I do not trust Robinhood ever since they did that BS with GameStop. So I don't trust Robinhood at all. Coinbase, though, I remember last year, Dunk, I don't know what platform you use, but last year I remember just looking at Coinbase and I wanted to look at my balance, and Coinbase was, they had some sort of outage for about 45 minutes. All the while, the price of Bitcoin was dropping and people couldn't sell. I wasn't looking to sell, so I wasn't too panicked, but that was a scary thing. All right, so Manuel, you're good. I use Coinbase too, and then I have the Ledger cold storage wallet, which I have. So Big Dog said his kid has been on his case about metals and Bitcoin. Have any of you recently, because of all of the news with everything that's going on with the economy, stocks, gold, and everything, have you had a lot of people come up to you and ask you questions about it? 2 of my colleagues have, and 2 family members have. I used Coinbase and Robinhood, says Herbash. Now, speaking of gold, how many of you are going to try to go for the flowing hair gold coin tomorrow? Let's take a look at the U.S. Mint. Now, I'm not a fan of the U.S. Mint. At 2,500 Doge on Robinhood from selling the free stocks they give you. I bought it when it was under a penny. Sold it on the first one a while back. Wow, holy crap, hola. How much did you make on there, buddy boy? All right, so take a look at this, guys. We are going to go... Nope, still think I'm crazy on stacking. Go to the product schedule. So, tomorrow, right here, this is all the rage right now. Wow, 36.40. These mother effers. 36.40. Wow. They've got serious cojones. Now, let's take a look here. 17,500 mintage. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get this one. Herb says that he's grabbing one tomorrow. Now, Herb, 36.40. F that. If it was like 3,300, I'd be like, okay. Spokane says, Spokane in the membrane. Spokane in the brain. So, Spokane Silver Stacker says, gold proofs are always 1,000 over spot. This isn't even a proof, though. This is a high relief. Now, I remember when they were doing the, what was it? The yearly coin, like the Bronco, and then they did the tree. A lot of people are upset because they were struck lopsided. So, I don't know, Herb, are you still going to get it? At $3,640? That's effing absurd. Because now you go to try to sell that to a coin shop. Let's see gold drop down to 2,400. Like, I don't know, man. You might not get your money back on that one. The other problem too is that they are going to be auctioning the one with the privy. They're gonna have 250 of these coins, I believe, with the privy. And so now you don't even get the chance to possibly pull an expensive coin. They saw what happened with the flowing hair silver medals, and some of them went for like 10 grand on eBay. And so now, let's see if there's any, like, let's see this here. Let's see if these, get them out of here. Look, all right. They're already pre-selling MS70s at $4,900. 5,000 pre-sale. Which is bizarre to me that these people can... It's just crazy. Let's see if there's actually any sold pre-sales. Oh, there's... That's nuts. Yeah, so Create Craft, they essentially, and some of you can correct me if I'm wrong, look at this. So they, 10 grand, 6 bids. So it's already, we've already got comps at the 5,500, 6 grand. So they've already pre-sold these. All right, so maybe, guys, it might be worth getting. Look at all the pre-sales. There, it ends there. So essentially what happens is you've got coin shops and dealers who have a network of people who will promise them their gold coins. So, for example, pretend I said to all of you, or 5 of you, like, hey, 3D Woodworks, Spokane, Silver Stacker, Manuel Diaz, Create Craft, and Herb Ash. You guys, I will pay you $4,000 if you get me that gold coin. And so all 5 of you are like, okay, definitely, gonna do it. It goes live. All 5 of you go and you buy it. Okay? Send it to me, I send you the $4,000 a piece. And as the dealer, me, I'm like, all right, I already got my 5 people that are going to get me some. I'm going to just maybe pre-sale, do a pre-sale of 3. I'll pre-sale 3 of these. And I'll do it for $5,200, right? And so they'll get the sales on eBay. They get the money. So let's pretend Talk with Tiffany... Right? Talk with Tiffany's like, oh, I want that coin. $5,200 to Empire Precious Metals. I have the $5,200. Herb Ash, he buys the gold coin. He's like, here you go, Matt. I'm going to ship it to you as soon as you get it. I want my money. So he ships it to me. I get it. Give him the $4,000. And then I send the coin to Tiffany and I pocket the difference. You understand? That's how that's working. So they're using a network of people, they're pre-selling it, they're guaranteeing that they'll have it. In worst case scenario, if you buy one of these gold coins from one of these dealers pre-sale and they're unable to fulfill the order, then you get your money back. So that's how that is working. At first I thought it was odd. I'm like, how the hell are they doing that? It hasn't even been released, but that's how it's done. Does that make sense? Now that we looked, guys, at the pre-sale value, it might be worth getting now. It might be worth getting. Raw, 5,500. And then you got this, the ones that are all... So I might actually be... I'm going to be buying it then. I'm going to be buying it. 5 grand and up, guys. The other thing, keep in mind, okay? This is one of those types of things, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Hype is critical. Sell into the hype. If you're doing this to flip them, then you're going to want to do the flipping now. Later, the price of these, the value of these will drop. It's just that everybody's excited for this new product now. So that's the dealio. Does that make sense? I'm always very cautious with any sort of collectible like that. Take a look too. What are you guys thinking about the frickin' turkey vulture? Not a fan. I like the other eagle better, but it is what it is. There you go, the little turkey vulture. I don't know. That's my thought. If you take platinum in, I'll swap you Dilver. I don't mess with platinum. Once I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. So, flowing hair, yeah, maybe I'll get it. I don't know. We'll see. Now, I will get it. I will get it tomorrow. As long as I don't get timed out. It goes on noon Eastern. So I will be... I know exactly where I'll be. I'm going to try to buy the thing. I did that with the Harry Potter and won big. Did you see that spot? Palladium is now cheaper than platinum. No, I don't follow the other metals, honestly, Create Craft. I only follow silver and I only follow gold prices. 3D Woodworks. A friend of mine, Cobra Stacker, he ended up getting the Disney gold coin and the next most rare coin in a box. Sold it for 20 grand. Now, Urbash, to answer your question about Apmex, Black Friday sales, only one time was I able to get a gold eagle at spot from Apmex during the Black Friday sale. They do this every year. Those of you that are looking to get gold at spot, they usually do a 1 ounce gold eagle for the first X amount of people. You might be lucky, but you have to be on their site like throughout the day. But now as a dealer who has wholesale accounts, I can get some coins pretty close to spot. So for me, it's not worth my time going on Apmex trying to get a 1 ounce gold eagle at spot. My premiums aren't too ridiculously far off from spot with the wholesale prices. So you got to be quick. You got to be quick. And also, those of you that have been following me on Instagram and here, I'm very turned off by Apmex because they do not take ownership. They have ignored my requests for comment as well as Coin World's comments, questions, and looking for answers on those error coins. Woo! Gotta stop banging the table because of this thing. Again, like I said, good thing I'm wearing pants. Right? Let's get this fixed. Hang on, guys. Ah! Stay. So ever since that they just completely ignored my simple request, are these silver error coins yours? Can you confirm it? They just completely ignored it. How do you qualify to get the wholesaler list if you don't mind sharing? Silver Bushman, you got to be a dealer. You want to get wholesale accounts, you have to be a precious metals dealer. You have to be, in order to, it's not easy to get wholesale accounts. You have to be a dealer. You have to have a license. You have to, a lot of wholesalers want you to have had your business established for a couple years. Yes, but not just any LLC, Silver Bushman. It's got to be precious metals. You got to have, also, you need references within the industry. So you need other precious metals dealers and companies to be references. And then you also have to have a plan in place for compliance purposes. It's called Know Your Customer, to prevent money laundering and criminal activity. So you have to have an entire program in place that essentially says that you are reviewing your customers and who they are, and you know that you are not doing any nefarious things, and your customers are not doing any nefarious things. Those of you that watch this channel, one customer who did that $250,000 deal with me, I made them send me their driver's license and other information. So I had that on file. So, and then on top of that, Silver Bushman, a lot of dealers keep the wholesale accounts secret. They don't want people to know their sources. So, you know, when I used to do my videos with Steve from US Coin Trust, I never asked him once to get his wholesale account information, because I thought that, number one, that would be rude, because he's essentially the one that's been supplying me metals. So for me to say, hey, who's your source, that's essentially saying, hey, how do I cut you out of the picture and go directly to who you're buying from? So I never asked him. If somebody wants to offer, that's totally fine. And I worked with Steve for 3 years on videos and content, and have been friends with him for a while, but that conversation never came up, and I never asked, and he never offered. It's just from doing research, and you pick up a couple things here or there, or you stumble across it, but there's a lot to it. Yes, there's a lot to it. Also, Silver Bushman, usually some of the wholesale companies and wholesalers, they also require that you have a certain amount of capital and a certain amount of revenue each year. What's up, Buddha? So you can't just say, oh, I own like a glass blowing business in town. It's an LLC, therefore I'm gonna go for wholesale. You have to have a precious metals business. But yeah, so ever since Apmex completely ignored my request for comment, and they ignored Coin World, that's it. My opinion on Thomas Shelby Peaky Blinders 2-ounce limited. Any opinion? Well, so my opinion on the Thomas Shelby, it's as if you knew. I had it sitting here beside me. I'm a fan of the show, although I will say I tried to watch the last season and like I couldn't even get through the first episode. It was so effing bad. They have a movie that's coming out next year. So my plan is to continue to buy the set, and then I'm probably going to sell them all once the... Thank you, Doug Johnson. I'm going to sell them all. Jewelry casting and whatnot. I'll sell them all once like the movie comes out. So that's... I think it's a cool coin. I like it. I like it. What do we got here? We're at 7 o'clock. We're at 1 hour in. We're going to start doing some pre-sales in about 5 minutes on some gold. Let you guys take advantage of this dip. I would say this time next week, I would have these coins in hand. They would be in your wallets. Next Tuesday is the last auction of the month. And so all of next Tuesday's items and any of the gold that we buy tonight would get shipped out at the end of next week. Yes, big dogs, I'm going to be doing the flowing hair because of the prices we saw on eBay. Randy, you son of a gun. Again, those of you that are coming in late, right here, pre-sale prices on the flowing hair on eBay. These are sold. So we got raw ones selling for $5,500. And some graded ones, $6,000, $5,000, $10,000. So yeah, I'll try to get the raw ones. I'll try to get a raw one tomorrow. Those gold flowing hairs are worth, seems like a lot. They are, and they're going to be $3,640 on the website. The other thing, though, keep in mind, these might not be legit in terms of, so, sold $5,500, but I could have been like, hey, Randy Matthews, buy it. so I could have this say one sold for my store. You'd be like, okay, got you, and then I could send him the money. Do you see? So you got to be careful with that. Over here, when you have 6 bids, you would have to look at the bidding activity, but even these could be like shill bids. They could be plants. You never know. Oh, real important. I'm like the whitest white dude. This is a little revealing about my my search history. I'm a big horror fan. Love Nightmare on Elm Street. But I also love Wu-Tang. And so I was looking at the Nike Dunk Wu-Tang high tops. Although I think I would look pretty ridiculous being a 45-year-old white guy wearing these. But man, I love Wu-Tang. They're my favorite rap group. Trying to see where the bidding action is. I feel like if I wore these, Randy Matthews would throat punch me, or he might give me a chest bump. He might be like, dude, that's what's up. I don't know, Randy. Which would it be? Silver Bushman says, I don't own any gold. Well, if you become a member of the channel, you can try to buy some right now. So we're gonna buy some gold now, guys. Let me take a couple sips of my water here. First of all, they're not stockings, Buddha. Secondly, they're sleeves. They're sleeves. Alright, guys, so in order for this to work, we need to have multiple people buying. So we'll take some orders, and then if we get enough, then I'll confirm with everybody. Alright, so that being said, how do you join Silver Bushman? Right at the top of the chat. Do you see this? Here. Right here on the top of the chat, click that link, and you should be able to be taken to a spot to join. Or in the description, excuse me, the description of the chat, or of the live stream, I should say, and then you can order, and you can email me, and I would get you an invitation to the Discord, where I have a lot of pre-sales. Alright, so first up, we're going to do 10th ounce gold eagles. 10th ounce gold eagles. And I want you guys to see 10th ounce gold eagles, $301. Monument metals, 303 is bold. Silver gold bowl, 306. Look at this. Money metals, 350. Provident, 352. 370s. JM, 370. Apmex, 370. I could do gold 10th ounce eagles at 305. I'm down here all the way with monument metals and bold precious metals. 305. So if anybody wants 1/10 gold eagles, now is your shot. Any quantity. I'll give you a couple minutes to think about it, but 305 is what I can do on those. I'm priced essentially below all of them, with the exception of like that one or two guys. And oh, by the way, those prices are their not any quantity, that's their volume pricing. So I am lower than all of those. Alright, so we got no takers on those. We're going to be moving on now. I'm closing that. We're going to move on. We're going to look at quarter ounce gold eagles. Checkity, check. Cheapest guys, $7.22, and that's volume pricing. All right, so Manuel, we've got you for one. Manuel, we got you for one. Don't send me any money until I'm done doing this phase, okay? I'll let you know. I'll confirm. So, Manuel, we've got you for one. Create Craft, thank you for the assist. So, quarter ounce gold eagles, look at $800 in some cases, guys. I am at $715. I am below Money Metal's volume pricing. The best pricing, if you buy multiples, they're at $722. I'm at $715. Bin $715 for 1/4 gold eagles. I'll give you a couple moments. Manuel, again, don't send me a dime until I confirm. We're going to see how this is going. No, it's going to be any date, Brian James. Any date. No, Manuel, any year. This is for any year. Atomic Rooster, yes. All right, we're gonna move on from the quarters now. Moving on. Don't get too excited, Manuel, because we don't have a lot of buyers right now. All right, now to answer Atomic Rooster. 1 ounce gold. We got 1 ounce gold. We've got 2700, 2712, 2717. 2740. I could do 2,695 for any year. 2,695. All right, so that's that. All right. And then somebody said they wanted pre-33. I think that was Big Dogs. Also, just quick show of hands. Is anybody interested in gold Mexican coins? Either Dos Pesos, Dosimedia Pesos, anything like that. All right, so nobody on the 1 ounce gold eagles. And so for the... Let me close this out. Buddha for 2 at $6.95. Buddha for 2 at $6.95. And remember, Buddha, they're any date. Any date. If you make the mins. Mins? You make the minimum? We might not. We might not. We had a lot more takers last go around. They are gold. This is true. I'm thinking about buying some gold eagles again personally as well. Minimums. That's what I thought you were saying. Alright, so let me look here. Buddha, do you want 2 gold eagles, or do you want 2 gold 1 ounce buffaloes for the same price? Your pick. For me, the cost is about the same, so I could do either one. I'll let you choose if you want gold eagles or gold buffaloes. Buffaloes. All right, I'm putting you down for buffaloes, bud. Anybody else for buffaloes? I'm gonna put them into the cart right now. I'm putting those into the cart. And then let me go put in... What's up, Juan? We'll take 4. Alright. 4. And then... Let me... Manuel. I'm gonna put the 1/10 ounce gold eagles in there. Does anybody Buddha for buffaloes? When Buddha buys gold like that, it's because he's quickly checking his other suppliers' prices and he sees that I'm cheaper, and then that's why he just upped it. Right, buffaloes 4 for Buddha. Got Manuel for a 1/10 ounce gold eagle. Gold dos pesos. Anybody interested? I'm probably gonna buy some now. Anybody want any of those? And then big dogs. Indeed, he says. Big dogs, did you want... What pre-33 were you interested in? Yes, Atomic Rooster. Zell's the cheapest way. I did create craft. I got 4 buffaloes for him. Alright, so... We've got... Let me just see how they're priced. Hero Bullion. Let's see. Alright, so Hero Bullion is priced at $146 for the gold dos pesos. I can match. So, $146 for gold dos pesos. Anybody interested? Now would be your chance. And big dogs, are you still here? Because if not, big dogs, I'm gonna skip the pre-33. And Underdunk, did you want any gold? And Manuel, you ended up getting your gold Indians, right? I hope you were happy. 5 pesos. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Let's see. What about 5 pesos, por favor? 5 pesos. All right. Give me 1 second, and I will tell you. Bing, bang, boom. Right now... JM Bullion is priced at $336. I could do $330. $330. If you are interested in any. I've never heard of Summit Metals. Liberty Coins at $333. I could be at $330. Cheaper than all these fools. For 5 pesos. So what do you say? Do you want any? I'm cheaper than all of them. Now's your chance. Dunkster. I'm gonna... Let me know. What's the ounce? It's 0.12. 0.12. Dos pesos is 146. Buddha. I could order a bunch if you want. So you're over a little over a 10th ounce with the 5 pesos. At $330 I could do. That's the cheapest I could do. I'm below everybody else on there. Alright, last call on the Mexican. Anybody want any maples? Can I get back to on those pesos later? Negative, Buddha, because I'm posting the order. It would be now. Unfortunately, if you have to pass on that, that's fine. No worries. 10th ounce maples. This is Juan. Let's take a look. 10 dos pesos for Buddha. See if I can add more, because I had a bunch in my cart. It's allowing me. There was a time period where I couldn't get the Dos Pesos at all. I got you down for 10, Buddha. Alright, so the question was for the gold maples. Juan Justo, I could do them for $2.95. That's as cheap as I'm going on those. My wholesaler didn't have Dos Pesos in stock for quite a while. Juan Justo, I could do $2.95 on gold maples. And then I think, friends, that's gonna be it. Because Big Dogs, he was interested in pre-33, but he's not responding. So that, Manuel, I got you down for a 10th ounce eagle. Buddha, 4 buffaloes. And 10 Dos Pesos. I know you said it's closed, but I wanted to see what all else you have before I commit. I'll take 2 10th ounce maples. Alright, 1 second. Maples. 1/10. You got times 2 for Big Dogs. Make sure you guys email me also tonight. So we are putting in the gold order, just so you guys know. So we're good. We hit the minimums. 2 for Big Dogs at $2.95 each. Big Dogs, do you have a wallet yet this month? If not, you would have to send $9 shipping. I don't think you do. I don't remember if you bought anything last week in the auction. I don't think you did. 10th ounce. Alright, so we've got 2. Alright, thank you, Big Dog. So we got 2 maples. Big Dogs, what else did you want? Thank you, appreciate it. I added the maples to the order. Big Dogs, was there something else you were interested in? May as well go to this screen. Let me go back to the other screen now since we're like in a sale mode. That's it for now. Alright, so we've got Manuel at 1 1/10 ounce eagle. Buddha, 4 buffaloes. 10 gold Dos Pesos. Big Dogs is taking 2 1/10 ounce gold maples. Last call, friends. Last call. I got me gold. I might add some maples to that. Britannias, Krugerrands, kangaroos. Those are cheap too, friends. We could do those. Alright. Let me... Alright, Manuel. Well, Manuel, when you send me payment for the 10th ounce gold eagle, you could just include the $9. And then you're covered for next week's auction. Alright, so Buddha, I got you. I got those. Alright. Pulling the trigger. Execute trade. Boom. Boom. All done. Alright, so Manuel, just shoot over the 314. Buddha, let me quickly total you up. Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. 26.95 times 4. That's 10,780 plus 1,460. That's total of 12,240. And then 9 ship. Absolutely, I'm charging you shipping on that. 12,249, Buddha. 12,249. And then 295 times the 2, 590 big dogs. Plus the $9 shipping, so 599. All right. That's it. Oh, you're doing Venmo. So we put the $9 after the fact. Oh, let's see what you're doing. All right, hold on, buddy. 295 times 2 plus the 9 times point. 295 times 2 equals plus 9 equals times 1.02. 611. 611 bucks. Because of the Venmo. Big dogs, what are you apologizing? We're good. No apologies necessary. So these will, like I said, the gold I'll probably get by Tuesday next week. Thank you, Manuel. I can look right now and confirm. And then they'll go into the wallets, and we'll have next week's auction, and everything will go out by next Friday. I got it, Manuel. Thank you, sir. That was easy. Thank you, big dogs. Much appreciated. That's it, guys. I got nothing else. Did you do a pre-order? Yes, I did, Red Dirt. You missed it! What do you want? Tell me, what do you want? I ordered a couple extra gold 10th ounce eagles, and I ordered a couple extra 10th ounce gold maple leafs. I also ordered a couple extra gold dos pesos. So Red Dirt, do you want any of those? I have a little bit extra. I'll send you a picture of the Indian mat that came in really nice. I'm so glad, Manuel, I worked so close to the cost of that. I think I only cleared like $9 per coin. I really didn't make much on those. But I know you wanted the pre-33. They were nice. Red Dirt, I could sell you a 10th ounce gold eagle, 10th ounce gold maple, or some gold dos pesos. What's the price? All right, so eagles any year 305, dos pesos 146, gold maples are 295. And I was cheaper than everybody online. I showed everybody the screen display. It's been a while, so I got to Venmo. Send you the moolah. Take a snapshot of it and email it to you. No, because I'll get the Venmo. Just email me, because I always seem to forget your first and last name, big dogs. I don't know why. Confirm payment received via ZELLE. Okay, 1 second, buddy boy. If you paid me now, Buddha, that would be the fastest payment in history from you. Let's see. I see it. And it's there. You're good, Buddha. All set for you. That was the fastest that Buddha has ever submitted payment. I'm still live. I know, that's why, big dogs. You had like one, that's why. Don't get used to it. I won't. Because you had like, don't you have something on, you have like one name on Discord, something else here. There's like 3 different things. I'm like, Jesus, I can't keep track of this guy. That's why. All right, that is, now I'm remembering why I can't remember who the hell you are. Once you send me it, you're like, my name is Bubba. I'm like, oh yeah, duh. I think I know, but better safe than sorry. Next week, just so you guys know, when we're doing the auction, can you put me down for a maple? Yes, Red Dirt. I got you down. Red Dirt, I believe you did buy something last week, so you already have your, what do you call it? Your wallet. So just Venmo, or I forget how you typically pay me, but send me, for Red Dirt, let me write this down. Send me payment tonight, and I got you down for a maple, buddy boy. I got you down. Next week we will do gold pre-sales, and maybe I'll do some bulk silver pre-sales. Big dogs, let me check. I know like Underdunk, if you want like a humongous brick of silver, you might be able to. I got it. Came through. I got it. You got it, Red Dirt. Alright, so tonight I had fun with you guys, talking about prices of silver, gold, Bitcoin, the flowing hair. I'm gonna try to go for it. I hope you guys do also. And, next week, this time, alright, Underdunk, no problem. Next week, yes, alright, Big Dogs, I remember, yep, that's your name. I thought that was you. 6 p.m. next Wednesday. 6 p.m. next Wednesday. We moved. My son, Samulak, I don't know if you're even here, but my son started wrestling. So, Samulak's family, he's got like 17 children. 6 all wrestle. The other children, they just do chores around the house to keep up with the homestead. But he started wrestling, bud, so it's on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings, so I had to switch nights. Thought you'd be happy. You're at wrestling practice now, that's what I'm saying. Samulak's always sending me his family's videos of like his kids beating the crap out of other kids. And I call him Samulak because those of you that know Billy Madison, O'Doyle, they've got like 40 million O'Doyle children. That's like Samulak, and they're all these kids that are beating up everybody else. So we go, Samulak rules. So anyhow, but guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Tomorrow in the Discord, let's see who gets the flowing hair gold coin, okay? Just 5, really. Let's see who gets the flowing hair coin. Be interesting. Red Dirt says payment sent via Venmo. I can confirm that right now for you. I got it. I got you. Thank you, bud. We are good there. Cool. And then I got Big Dogs all set. Very nice. All right, guys. So Wednesday, 6 p.m. Guys, it's probably going to be on Wednesdays now, the live streams, until like February sometime. And then we might switch back to Tuesdays. Guys, have a great evening.